And yeah, I feel like in recent times my legs have probably been one of the most prominent kind of like easiest to grow sort of features. I'm gonna skip on to my delivery that I'm super excited on. Hello everyone, back with another vlog. And today I've changed up my routine a little bit. I've actually gone to the gym first because I'm planning to do a long run today, later this evening. So obviously got it out of the way. So I started off with kind of climbing up to 120 kg on the squats. So I started off with empty bar, then 60, 80, 100, then 120. And then I actually went down for a set at 100, and then I switched over to front, whatever you call them. Honestly, I'm so bad with exercise names. Andrew, would you call the exercise where you hold the bar at the front and you do this thing here? What is that called?
Front rack, forward lunge.
Forward lunge.
Front rack, forward lunge.
So I did a few sets of front rack forward lunges, and yeah, I felt really good and went up to 60 kilos on that for a couple of sets. Felt quite strong, and then I finished off with some leg extensions, and I really make sure to kind of to exaggerate them and feel the burn, because it's one of probably the most kind of the best exercises for actually targeting the quads, and the quads alone, nothing else. And yeah, I feel like in recent times my legs have probably been one of the most prominent kind of like easiest to grow sort of features of my body. I wish my chest grew that quickly, or anything else really. Can't work out the things that we really need to grow. But now I'm gonna sit down and try and do some work, and also later on we'll be editing a video where I fitted the heated grips on my motorbike, and there's so much footage. There's literally like over an hour of footage, and probably just on one camera, and then there's an hour, maybe a bit more on the Insta360, which I can't find. I have no idea where I put it. But yeah, good times. And this time around I'm actually gonna have breakfast because I wanna load up for the long run later today. And Andrew is just cooking up his breakfast just before he leaves me for Christmas. That's the best gift you could give me, mate. He's obsessed with drinking coffee from a plastic thing. So the heat actually melts the plastic into his coffee. He loves that. He did use the Chemex, which is fully glass and no plastic involved, but he just loves the taste of plastic, mate.
I do.
So I'm just about to prep some lunch, and I wanted to show you a few tricks to make your lunch a bit better. And today's lunch is a bit different because I am going to be running a long run this evening, so obviously I want to fuel up for that. I had a few tips that I've gathered from the internet over the past few years, especially like when I was doing the marathon and so on, was to make sure that you eat loads of carbs, obviously carb load, so on, but also a really good carb that you can consume is white rice, mostly because it's got low fiber, so basically it's not going to stick in your gut. And yeah, just kind of weigh you down, you know what I mean. It helps pass through very quickly, and also it's got an immense amount of carbs that are very quickly digested, and you know they kind of gather up as glycogen obviously in your muscles, all that good stuff. So I'm not sure if that was actually anything true, but the way that the fact that it doesn't have as much fiber as the rest of the carbs, like other carbs, that's true. So I will actually show you the thing you need to do to make your rice a bit better. Obviously I'm showing off a bit here, but this little thing is pure magic for when it comes to making rice. This is called a rice cooker. I didn't know what it was a few years ago. Now I'm in love with it and I use it every day. Not every day, actually I haven't had rice in a while, but yeah, it's a very useful tool if you eat rice quite frequently, or to be fair, you can cook a bunch of stuff. You can even cook cakes in here, porridge, so on, but I don't bother with that. I just use it for rice. So what you want to do is you want to get your rice. I'm using the special cup that came with the cooker, and I'm gonna put the rice inside the bowl, so that way I can clean it, I can wash the rice. So it's essential that you wash the rice 3 times. So that means fill it up, agitate it with your hand, pour it down. Fill it up, agitate it with your hand, pour it out. Basically, I do this actually 2-3 times, but also until I can see that the water's getting clearer and clearer. So I'm washing out all the whatever I'm actually washing out. But yeah, and then I will let it soak for about half an hour, maybe more, maybe less. So I've washed the rice 4 or 5 times even, and now I'm just gonna pour in a bunch of cold water in there, and it doesn't matter how much you pour in, as long as there's enough to kind of let it soak. You can see here it's all soaking, and that will just make your rice really fluffy. I found that there is a difference if you give it a bit more time, if you prep for your meals, and you just kind of have a bit of patience as well. So I'm gonna let it soak for half an hour, maybe a bit longer, and then I'm going to just pour out that water, fill it up with new water that is gonna be to the right level, and then I'm going to cook it. And I'll show you what else I cook. So the rice is soaked, and now I'm gonna choose all the options. Long grain, start. There we are. So that's the rice in there, and I filled it. So see, this rice cooker actually has levels based on the cup that they provided. So if you put 1 cup of rice in, just fill it to the level of water that it says 1 cup on. So that saves you weighing out stuff, measuring stuff. So it's very nice, very nice. So now I'm gonna prep everything around the rice, and I'll check in with you once it's done, because nobody wants to watch me chop up a bunch of veg and put it in a pan. So catch you in a sec. So the rice is nearly finished. There it is. It's all nice and fluffy, just how I like it. And there's what we're gonna be mixing into it. So some prawns, mushrooms and onions, all fried up nicely with some chili flakes and spices and garlic and chili puree, whatever. Yeah, that's the rice. So it comes, the actual rice cooker came with this utensil so you can fluff it up. So there it is, we've got the rice here, and I've got a couple of eggs, some chipotle chili flakes, and then just what I told you earlier about the prawns, mushrooms and onions. And I just received a delivery that I've been waiting for such a long time, and I'm so excited. So I've just eaten my food, and I'm gonna skip on to my delivery that I'm super excited for. So this is something that you should definitely have in your kitchen. Probably the most important thing you could have in your kitchen. And it's not a pan, and it's not I don't even know what else people refer to as being important in the kitchen, but this is one of those things that I've already got one of, and I use it every single day, and it's my most favorite item, and I had to buy a second one. And honestly, it's like one of the most useful things you could buy. And if you invest the right amount of money into it, you will get a high quality one, and it will last you a lifetime. And in my case, this is, I guess, not any clearer, but you could probably guess what it is. And this is a knife from Knives Etc. Like that's what the company's called, Knives Etc. With the full name, not just ETC. And let's figure out how to open this. Like this lighter, is this lighter? Oh, it's a magnetic one. So first reveal, I've not seen it myself yet. Oh wow, okay, that's great. So first reveal is still uncovered up. Talk about unpacking experience. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It's unbelievable. So this is a Damascus steel knife. It's a chef's knife, so it is absolutely humongous. To be fair, it's a bit of an excess to requirements, but look how beautiful this knife is. I don't know if so it's got this Damascus steel pattern to it. You can see the company name there, Knives Etc. But it's kind of very subtle. And trust me when I say this, these knives are very sharp. When you first use one of these knives, you will actually learn that you haven't cut food before. The reality is that you've probably just mushed it with a knife and it's just crushing the food apart rather than cutting it, while this actually cuts it, and it's so satisfying to use. It actually encourages you to cook more and to chop more stuff and to put more veg into your food and so on, because it's just so easy. And right now I've already got the smaller one. I think this is the 5-inch, and then the other one is the 9-inch knife. So I'm gonna have this set now. As you can see, absolutely beautiful knives. Very, very excited to use this. But yeah, if you don't have a knife, like a proper chef's knife from a high quality company, from a very solid brand, and you also need to maintain them. That's something really important, but I'll show you in another video how I sharpen my knives. But yeah, for now that's it. So I have just returned from a 22k run, which wraps up the working week to, how many is that? I think that's 80 kilometers for the Monday to Friday. And I've decided to end my run by going past my favorite local place. Well, one of my favorite local places, and it's called Mr. Shawarma, and it's the best. If you're ever in the area of kind of Gorgie in Edinburgh, like the west of Edinburgh, I would highly recommend it. I'll actually show you what I got, because it's oh wow, okay, it's looking good, it's looking sexy so far. I'll show you everything, but I am hyping it up because it is worth hyping up. Okay, so there it is. We've got the chicken shawarma wrap with some fries. I'll need to season those. But the wings, check out these wings. Unbelievable. They are so good, and the bread, they actually bake the bread in-house every day. So good. I'm gonna go and edit the video from today, or from 2 days ago actually, and I'll upload the one following on from the current one, from the one I uploaded yesterday. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye bye.